guys, and welcome to a special edition of Crayola Live for Black History Month. I'm Shaniqua Dasher and
Kayla Dasher.
And we're with Dasher Creations, and we're excited to bring to you an awesome craft using Crayola products. Now, below you'll have the supply list, and if you don't have the supplies, no worries, this will be on replay, so you can do this craft again and again and again. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you need is some Crayola Colors of the World Premium Project paper. This paper is amazing and it comes in 24 different colors. We're going to use this for the skin tones of our silhouettes and of our African American heroes. You'll also need some Colors of the World markers, crayons, and or colored pencils, whatever you prefer to color with. You'll need a pair of what?
Crayola scissors.
You'll need a pair of Crayola scissors.
Or regular scissors.
And you'll need
glue.
A glue stick. Yep. All right. You'll also need some other of your favorite Crayola colors, so you can use colored pencils, crayons, markers, however you prefer to color in your Black History Hero coloring sheets. All right. We are going to make a set of playing cards using Black History Heroes. And the cool part is that the playing cards can be used to play multiple games. I like to get a lot of uses out of my crafts. So make sure that you go on dashercreations.com to download our Who's That Hero silhouette cards, as well as the African American Black History Hero cards. Uh-oh, somebody fell off the chair.
I did not fall.
You had a moment?
You never saw that.
Nobody ever saw that. Only the millions of people watching. You'll also need some cardstock. Crayola has a really great collection of Bright Pop cardstock that has different prints. I love these prints. They're so colorful. And what I did was I chose 2 sheets of each print. One set, will be used for the Black History Heroes, and then the other set will be used for the silhouette cards, all right? And I think that is, and a lovely,
oh, you found it.
Yes, a ruler. So a ruler, and we're going to use that to just divide and create a line to divide our sheets, our cardstock sheets up into 4 different rectangles so that we can make our playing card backings.
Now it's just calculate and create all over again.
Yes, we'll always calculate and create. We have a math program called Calculate and Create where we craft and use math. And so I'm always using measurement and different things to incorporate in our crafts to make learning fun and crafty.
Always math.
I love it. I love it.
Can we start now?
Of course. This is what the people are ready for.
Okay.
Let's get started. All right. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go ahead and grab your Black History Hero coloring sheets, okay? And you'll see there's dotted lines on them. So what we're going to do is go ahead and cut those up. Okay, I will allow Kayla to do that.
Who are these? Are these other people?
Yep, we have 8 of them. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut those up.
Do I just go get
I thought you were going to cut them. Just cut.
Oh.
There you go. And while Kayla is cutting those, after you finish cutting, you're going to color.
I think I got a paper cut. I like slice myself on paper.
Be very careful with scissors, sharp tools, and paper because all of them can cut you. You okay? All right. As she's cutting that, I'm going to show you how to prepare your cards. You're going to cut. You have several things to cut, and I would cut everything up at once. I would cut my cards and I would cut my silhouettes, okay? And we actually already have them cut, so Kayla's just going to cut one just to demonstrate how to cut for you. The next thing you're going to do is cut out your silhouettes. So first thing we want to do is get everything cut out. Cut out your silhouettes, and we already have those cut. And you're going to create these basically like traceable patterns, okay? And these patterns are going to be your silhouettes that you'll use with your Colors of the World Premium project paper, all right? You're going to lay those on top of the project paper. You're going to lay those on top of the project paper. trace them, and then cut them all out. Those are going to be your silhouette cards. When you're selecting your colors of the world project paper, there's a color chart that you can use to match up to each of the colors to determine the name of the color. We provided suggestions on each of the silhouettes to give you a color suggestion. Now, after you cut them out, we're going to color. My favorite part. Is that your favorite part too?
Yes.
All right.
Besides playing the game, of course.
Oh, of course, besides playing the game. So after you cut those out, we're going to color them. And we're going to use our Colors of the World colors. I'll give you a little cheat sheet and tell you some of the colors that I recommend for each of the African American heroes. But you may see a different color. So if you think it's a different color, please tell me what you think, what color you think that hero should deserve in the chat below. All right, and we're both gonna color one, and then we will do all of them together.
I finished the last one.
Awesome. So let's color that one. All right. So perfect. Kayla is going to.
Again.
Kayla is gonna cut Colin Powell, and I am going to cut Jesse.
But I didn't finish Ruby Bridges and Shirley Chisholm.
And we already have them cut, so it's no worries. All right. So the color that we picked out for Colin Powell was.
Does this tell you?
It does.
Is this Colin Powell? This is Colin Powell.
Yep. We suggested light medium golden.
Which is actually my skin.
Yes, which is actually the same color of Kayla's hue of skin.
Yeah.
And then for Jesse Owens, we suggested, what is that?
Deep golden.
Deep golden.
Wait, how'd you remember?
Because I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So we suggested deep golden, which is actually similar to my skin color. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and use our Colors of the World color pencils and markers to color these heroes. Now, what I like to do when I color is outline what I'm doing first with a marker, and that's perfect for these fine tip markers because I'm not sure I could outline this itty bitty head on Jesse Owens with a big marker. So I'm going to outline his skin with the fine tip marker, and then I'm going to color it in with the colored pencil.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to make a card game with only multiple card games with only 8 cards?
Great question. Well, you have 8 cards and you actually only need 7. Oh no, you need 8. You need all 8 cards, but you can actually interchange them and you can create additional cards. But the card games that we're going to play are kind of like Go Fish and Concentration. So you don't need more than 8 cards. And you're actually going to have 16 cards. So it will be 8 hero cards and then 8 silhouette cards. Does that make sense? So it'll be a total of 16 cards.
Yeah.
All right. And I've traced the outline. Nope. I've traced the outline. And now I am going to color the inside with my colored pencil. And I like to go in the same direction.
So it looks nice.
So it looks really nice. Tell me in the chat, how do you like to color? What's your procedure? Do you outline your coloring first? Do you color up and down, side to side? Do you just kind of do circles? Do you color all around? How do you color? Uh-oh.
For me, it's the same as you. Up and
down?
Up and down.
Right. Now I'm going to color his uniform. And I'm just going to make a little red stripe on there. He actually had a white uniform in all the pictures that I saw. But I don't want to leave it white. So I'm just making it red. And I'll put a little blue on there for the USA. Blue. Using my favorite clip markers. There we go.
Why are they your favorite?
Because they never dry out. Because you guys used to always leave the tops off the markers. Okay. Your little brother used to leave all the tops off the markers. And so they used to dry out like crazy. But I love these because, clip, We didn't lose the top because there is no top. Let's click it open, click it closed.
What if you lose the click on top?
All right, let me read a little bit about Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens was the first African-American track and field athlete to win 4 gold medals in 1936 at a single Olympic Games event. He also set the world record for the long jump that stood for 25 years. Can you imagine that? You have a world record that lasts 25 years. Nobody beat it until 25 years later. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I can slide these over for you.
Okay.
You're still coloring.
Yeah. I'm coloring Colin Powell's suit with blue violets.
Very nice. All right, so now I have this card right here. I'm going to show you guys how to create your game card because this is going to get glued onto your game card once you've gotten them all colored. And don't forget to trace these and cut them out, and I'll actually show you how to trace and cut them out next. Let's get these game cards. All right, so I'm using 2 different prints. Both of these I chose because they look kind of like an African or Ankara print. So I chose this one, and then this one coordinates with it. These are from the Cardstock, the Bright Pop Crayola Cardstock. So here they are. I'm going to take both of them and put them together. And I'm going to, I call it hot dog style, fold this in half. I may not do a full fold. I might just do like a few little points. Because when I fold it fully, it makes it a little harder for me to cut personally. Then I'm going to take it, open it, and then make a hot dog fold. Okay? And again, I'm just going to squeeze a couple of little points. And then, Kayla, if you don't mind, thank you. I'm going to cut with the scissors along the line. Now, I got a ruler for this reason because I could just cut, but I'd rather just take one of these colored pencils and line it up with my fold.
Within ruler, she's drawing a line on her folds.
Thank you, ma'am.
Here.
And draw the line again and make sure it's straight, which it goes with the fold. There we go.
Do you want me to make one too?
Nope. There, I did it already for you.
Okay.
We're making this set of cards so we can play together. And then I'm just going to cut straight up.
Oh, I see you're doing 2 papers. I didn't realize
Yep,
that.
I'm doing 2 pages at a time. So, one print with the triangles is going to be used for the heroes, and the other page will be used for the silhouettes. Alright, can you cut the rest of that for me? So now I have these cards and these cards.
Almost these cards.
And almost those cards.
Did one?
Woo!
Yes.
We've got a party. We've got a party.
It's not that much of a celebration. We just cut cards.
It is a celebration. All right, I'm going to make a stack of each of those cards, and then we're going to show them how to cut the...
Historical figures.
Historical figures. The what is it called?
Figure skin.
Silhouette. Yes, the skin, the silhouette. All right, so we're going to use our silhouette sheet, and right now we're going to do Colin Powell. So what Kayla's going to do is cut out the Colin Powell silhouette, and then she's also going to cut around the dotted lines, and then there's some key words for Colin Powell as well, which say Secretary of State, military, and George Bush. All of those have something to do. Go ahead and get cutting.
Who's this?
You'll find out.
Okay.
All of those have something to do with Colin Powell. And I will read Colin Powell's card just so you know about Colin Powell. Colin Powell was a military leader. He became the first African-American Secretary of State in 2001 under the presidency of George Bush. So you can see those key words, Secretary of State, military, because he was a military leader, and George Bush, because he was a Secretary of State under the presidency of George Bush. Those are keywords to help give you clues when you're playing the game, which I'll show you how to, or we'll show you how to play after we get these cards made, okay? So as Kayla's cutting that out, we're going to go ahead and start showing you how to trace them and put them on their cards. So in the chat, tell us where you're viewing from. I'm so excited to know who from around the world or around the country is watching this live. So drop that info below. Thank you, Kayla.
I got you.
No, you're okay.
Okay.
All right. So now we have Colin Powell and we have his traceable silhouette. I'm going to lay Colin Powell's silhouette on light, medium, golden, premium, colors of the world paper. I'm going to trace his silhouette. And this silhouette looks exactly like the illustration. So that makes it easier to tell whose silhouette is whose. And now that it's traced, I'm going to cut it out. Borrow Kayla's scissors. Thank you. And cut it out. And now we can make our first set of cards. Here we go. Kayla, while I'm doing this, can you sit that paper to the side and grab one triangle page, one triangle cardstock, and one of the other print from our stack. Yep. So we need our 2 cards. Very good.
All right, this will be your color. This will be my color.
All right, awesome. So now we have our silhouette and we have our keywords. The silhouette and the keywords go on the same card. The silhouette will go on this paper, so Kayla's gonna do that one.
Oh, I think I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like a matching game where
Yes.
Like, the person, if you got the silhouette, you have to match the person to the silhouette.
Exactly, guys. I did not tell Kayla what game we were playing, how to play it, because I wanted it to be fresh for her. So she figured it out just then. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We have a matching game we can play. We have a Go Fish game we can play, and then there's also a game that we can play that's similar to Gestures or Taboo, and I'll show you how that goes as well.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm confused because this side has draws on it, and mine not, so I can put on this side or this side.
Put it on that side, but I can just cut the little. I drew a few lines on there. Be careful with scissors.
So do I glue it on?
Yes. So you're gonna take the glue. Here's the clue. Take the glue and put it on the back of your figure, and then take the glue and put it on the back of.
And then you just stick it. To
and then you're gonna stick it right there at the top, and then you'll put glue on the back of the clues and put them at the bottom. Okay. So Kayla's gonna do that, and then I am going to use the same. We were doing Colin Powell, so I am going to glue on the back of Colin Powell's full sheet. And I am going to glue it onto the triangles, okay? So the way that I would glue, because this is a perfect rectangle, I would take my glue and go around in a rectangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would do an X in the middle, okay? No need to go crazy on the glue.
That's kind of what I did.
Oh, you can go crazy on the glue because you have the silhouette, all right? So I'm going around in the square.
I'm just going to take this.
And then I'm putting the X in the center. And then love that the Crayola glue, literally I can just sit it and now it's closed. One-handed. Perfect, right? Mm-hmm. Now, after you finish your whole set of cards, if you want to get fancy smancy, give it a little razzle dazzle, you can take your crayons or your color pencils or your markers and go around the frame of your hero and put little symbols or little designs just to make it your own, okay? It is completely up to you. There's so many things you can do with this, okay? And then we're done with scissors. And, oh, you have your own glue, darling.
Yes.
All right. And then, with the magic of TV, we have cards, okay?
The magic.
The magic of TV. So now we have a set of cards, and I've showed you everything on how to make them. So, yes.
Is this like Can there be more than 2 players in these games?
That is a great question, Kayla. Can there be more than 2 players in these games? So you have 8 cards. If we had 3 players, it would be stretching it a little thin. But if you get more than 8 cards, which I am going to have a printable where you can add your own Black History heroes, so you can actually increase the number of cards and play. Whatever you do, you want to make sure you have an even number of cards. Why? Because you're always going to be matching a pair. And if you don't have an even number of cards, then somebody's going to be missing, right? So you can use those bonus cards and create more cards. So here's how the game works. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to take all of your silhouette cards and one person.
And I take all of these, I guess.
No. Yeah. One person gathers. And then you shuffle them up.
Oops. Lost it.
And then we're going to shuffle them all up. There you go.
But now there's 7 of them. 14 cards.
Yep. So I just wanted them to get shuffled up really good because they were all stacked together.
Mom, you can't show me your cards.
Okay, but we're shuffling. We have to shuffle them together. So now we're going to shuffle them all together. Ooh.
Okay, remember, Kayla, the triangles are the real people. And the stripes are the silhouettes.
We're shuffling them all together. All right, so now that they're all shuffled together, I'm going to give...
I think you should put face down.
All right, we're going to put them face down on our table. You get a card? You get a card.
Oh, these are just extras.
You get a card, I get a card. You get a card, I get a card. You get a
Hey,
card.
Mom, what happens if you have like the match to?
Okay, that's a great question. Okay, so now that we all have cards, we each have. Somebody.
Don't look on the floor.
I won't look. I will pretend I don't see it. All right. So now that we each have 6 cards, you're gonna look at your hand. I'll let you guys see my hand. Close your eyes, Kayla.
Okay.
I'll let you guys see my hand.
This is so unfair. I can't even see what I'm doing.
All right. And I am going to look at my hand and see if I have
I can see your hand.
any matches already. So I already have 1 match.
Oh, so that's what you do if you have a match.
Yeah. I already have 1 match, which is Colin Powell. Yeah. And then there's his silhouette and his keywords.
Hey, Mom, look. I have the one you did. I have a match for Jesse Owens.
All right. So you have Jesse Owens.
Let's see if I have.
And I don't have any more matches.
Neither.
All right. So now I am going to ask her based on what I see, and I'm going to tell you guys because I have to share. I'm looking at a card, so I'm going to say school 1916
Mama, I can see her
desegregation.
Head. I can see her head through the paper.
Right. So I already know who it is. This is Ruby Bridges. So I'm going to say, hey, Kayla, do you have Ruby Bridges?
Oh, yes, I do.
Give her to me.
Fine.
Thanks.
No. You're not welcome.
All right, go for it, Kayla.
Hi. You have Madam C.J. Walker?
How did you know it was Madam C.J. Walker?
Because she's the only hair care.
So Kayla's looking at the silhouette. I have the actual card that tells what the name is. So she knows about hair care, and so she knows it's Madam C.J. Walker. Now, if you make more cards, you can put them in a like a little fishing bank, and you can pull cards from the pile as well, so it can really be unknown whether or not each person has what. Okay? Hey, do you have, what was her name again? Oh, I know her name. Shirley Chisholm. Yes. Thank you, darling. No. You have to tell me who he is. You have to tell me. You have to name him.
Yippee!
You have to name him. Who is it? If you can't name
Garrett
him.
Morgan.
If Kayla couldn't have named him, it would be my card. Garrett Morgan, because she had the silhouette and I had the coloring page that told what the name was. All right, so we've matched them up. That's one way to play. Now, another way we can play this game is to gather all of our cards.
Okay, so my sets.
And we definitely need to shuffle them up because we were just using them to play this game, and we've matched them all up. So let's shuffle them all together. Another way you can play this game is like a memory game. So the memory game, you're literally just going to put all of the cards.
Like a memory game?
Yep. All of the cards face down, and you will select one of one pattern and one of the... I'm not going to show you that. One of the other pattern to create a match, okay? So we have...
Hey, Mom, wouldn't we know we would have to choose like one of these and then one of these?
Exactly. You would have to choose one of each pattern.
I mean, that's a good thing.
And I'm just organizing because that's how I do it. So I'm doing one pattern on the bottom row.
I do what you do exactly. I like everything to stay even.
Yeah, and one pattern on the top row. And that's a little scraggler because we don't have enough space. All right, let's go, Kayla. So you're going to pick up one card from each pattern.
Sweetheart, you line them all up in the same... Oh, okay. All right, who did I...
Who is that?
It's...
So she has a silhouette card.
Oh, wait. Why do I keep getting him? It's Colin Powell.
It's Colin Powell, so flip it over.
Flip it over, and I'm
And-
guessing...
Guess which one?
I'm guessing this one. No!
So she flipped over Ruby Bridges and Colin Powell.
Dang it.
So there's no match. I'm going to flip here.
You don't know where Shirley Chisholm is.
That is Shirley Chisholm, and I am flipping, and I got
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens. I got his silhouette. All right.
All right, let's try this again. You cannot fail me in my skin tone. Okay, let's see. No! You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything.
She got Jesse Owens and Colin Powell.
No.
All right.
No, please.
There's Jesse Owens.
No.
Oh, I love you, my little shmushka.
Please. No.
And Miss, I got a match. So I got a match because my memory is great. Kayla, I'll give you one more shot, and then we're going to show them another way to play. You got Madam C.J. Walker's silhouette.
Can I again?
Nope. Now Kayla is cheating.
I found her.
She cheated and she found a match.
And I'm going to find another one.
All right.
I found one.
Okay, good job for you.
Yay.
All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to play the last game, which is kind of like a taboo game. All right. So what you're going to do is take these silhouette cards only. The silhouette cards only. So help me pick out silhouette cards.
Straight pattern.
That's the straight pattern. Yep.
Right.
Right. Okay. And actually, you can play with both sets of cards, or you can just play with one of the sets of cards. The way to play with both sets of cards is I will hold the silhouette cards and I will try to describe this African American hero without using any of the words listed on here. Now, Kayla, as my opponent, can either name that person, or she can look at the cards and slap that person's card down on the table. So
Ooh, I like that. I'll just...
Okay. All right. So we'll do this. I'm going to name these characteristics without, or I'm going to try to describe this person to you without using the words on the card.
Alright, you want me to show you my hand?
No, don't. I mean, I know every card's on here. Let's go. Okay. All right. She is, a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority.
Do I have to say her name?
Yes. Say her name or slap her card down.
Shirley Chisholm.
All right. So the words on this card were president, equality, and Congress, because she was a congresswoman. However, Kayla knows also that she's a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. So that was the inside knowledge that we had that helped her choose that
Hey,
card.
did her skin.
All right. So, Kayla, you got it. All right. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
He worked in the White House, and he was a soldier. And
I get.
All right. So the words I could not use were Secretary of State, military, and George Bush. And the winner, the
you
person.
You said military.
I said he was a soldier. See how I use the synonym?
Mom, military and soldier do not mean the same thing.
They don't mean the same thing, but it helped you get to military without saying military. So it's Colin Powell.
I assume.
All right.
Hey, where'd you get that one?
Would you like to give me some guesses?
Fine.
Here, give me the cards.
Oh.
All right. Kayla's gonna switch, and she's gonna try, without using any of the words on the card, describe that person to me so I can name them.
She was an African American.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
That's everybody on these cards.
All I'm going to say is she was an African American.
Ruby Bridges.
No.
Well, then it's her.
Fine.
It's Madam C.J. Walker. Because you said she. All right. All right, Kayla, you won. You got 2 matches, and I only got 1. Awesome job. So that's another way you can use these cards, okay? If you can think of any other way to use these cards, drop it below in the chat. I'd love to hear your ideas. But I think we've got some solid games. We have 3 solid games we can play. Memory, a Go Fish type game, and a game kind of like Taboo, all right? I'm excited to see what you guys do with your cards. I'm excited to see how you design your cards. Each of our cards has different little frames around it that we created on our own. Are you excited to see their stuff too? All right. So if you make these card sets, hashtag Crayola Crafts and Dasher Creations so we can see what you guys did. I'm so excited. Tag us in everything you've done. We will be live on Saturday, February 26th, crafting and doing a Crayola chat with Lynn Lilly, creating emoji necklaces. So we would be so excited to see you guys there. And for the month of March, for Women's History Month, we'll also be creating 5 different crafts for Women's History Month. All right, so we're excited to see you all month. Go on Crayola's Facebook page to join the event and RSVP. Make sure you go to Crayola.com to grab all of your supplies for these projects. The Colors of the World project paper is now available, as are the fine tip markers, the crayons, the markers, the entire collection. So make sure to go to Crayola.com to get all of your items, and then you can get the sheets for the Black History game on our website at DasherCreations.com, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Dasher Creations or Calculating Create to see what we've got going on. We're so excited to see you. Don't fall into the chair. We're so excited to see you again on Saturday, February 26th, as well as for the entire month of March. Tap in, tune in, and we will see you soon. Any other words, Kayla?
Yes.
What are your words, darling?
Goodbye.
Thank you guys for joining us, and goodbye. We can't wait to create with you next time.